ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Solano College Sports Network. My name is Cade Manor. I'm joined by Drew Kirby and Zion Trammell, and it's a perfect day for baseball on this clear Wednesday evening as the Solano Mudcats will be facing off against the Lincoln Potters here in Yarborough Stadium at Solano Community College. The Mudcats have a 7-5 record coming into this one, while the Potters are sporting an impressive 21-3 record. Drew, I'd like to pass it to you first. What can you tell us about this home Solano Mudcats team?
Well, like you said, the Mudcats 7-5 going into this game, coming off an L to the Potters, 4-5 in their last one. They scored 3 runs in the very first inning, and then after that, they just couldn't. They only scored 1 run for the rest of that game. So the big key for me for the Mudcats this game is to produce with runners in scoring position. The Mudcats left 9 runners on base last game, and they're going to have to reduce that number if they want to have a chance to be a 20-3 team. A really good team is the Potters. However, on the mound for the Mudcats, I do like who they got, Trevor Morse. I did know him growing up a little bit, so I do think he's got some really good stuff. I'm very excited to see him pitch today.
Yes, as you mentioned, the Potters are an extremely solid team, sporting a 21-3 record coming into this game. Zion, I'd like to pass it to you. What do you think is the main contributing factor for why they've been so good this season?
Yeah, I mean, they've got some really big firepower on the offensive end. Guys spread out across Power 4, Power 5 schools from Kentucky to Oregon to UCLA. This team has a lot of talent, and it really starts with Peyton Brennan, who's just had a tremendous season so far. He's hitting .750 on the season, and he's been tremendous for them. He'll be hitting second in the lineup for them. But, yeah, this Potters team can really put it on you on the offensive end, and definitely looking forward to seeing how Trevor Morse can handle it.
Absolutely, yeah. So, starting lineups for today. We'll start with the Solano Mudcats. Hitting first and leading off, center fielder Holden Rook. Hitting second and playing second base, Tyler Crudo. Batting third and designated hitting, Connor Ross. Batting fourth and playing catcher, Tony Castonguay. Batting fifth and playing left field, Max McGee. Batting sixth and playing first base today, Drake Richardson. Batting seventh and playing right field, Mike Benavidez. Batting eighth and playing third base, Everett Johnson. And batting ninth playing shortstop, Kevin Parker. And as we mentioned, starting on the mound for the Mudcats, pitcher Trevor Morse. And before we get into the starting lineup of the Lincoln Potters, we're going to go to your national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your cap for the playing of the national anthem.
We are now just moments away from the first pitch of the ball game. And with that being said, I'll pass it over to Zion for the starting lineup for the Lincoln Potters.
Yeah, for the Potters, batting leadoff will be the shortstop, Jack Jimenez. In center field, batting second, as we mentioned earlier, center fielder Peyton Brennan. Batting third, the first baseman, Hudson Brown. Batting cleanup will be the DH, JT Walden. And batting fifth, the second baseman, Cole Dillon. In the sixth spot in right field, Will Lindberg. The seventh spot in left field, Tyler Antwine. Batting eighth and doing the catching will be Cole Chamberlain. And batting ninth, the third baseman, Zach Chamizo.
I think definitely a guy to watch, as you mentioned. Peyton Brennan out of UCLA, a 750 average on the season. That is video. I mean, I can't even hit with my creative player in MLB The Show that high. Like, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, you hit it on the dot. I mean, he could go 3 for 5 today and his average would go down. Insane.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be a guy to watch. He had 3 hits in yesterday's win for the Potters, so definitely curious to see how he'll do today.
Can't say a lot of firepower on the offensive side of this Potters team. I think another big key for the Solano team is going to be the starting pitching of Trevor Morse. How effectively is he going to be able to shut down the firepower of this Lincoln Potters offense?
It's going to be tough for sure. I mean, there's a lot of bats in that dugout for the Potters, but I think Trevor Morse, from what I know from him, he's got good location, good speed, pretty good pitching mechanics too, just an all-around good pitcher. Very excited to see how he performs today.
Yeah, and then on the Lincoln Potters side, I forgot to mention the pitcher will be Ryan Castillo from the University of New Mexico. So we'll see him in the bottom of the inning.
The shortstop, number 8, Jack Jimenez.
Stepping into the box now, leadoff hitter for the Lincoln Potters, shortstop Jax Jimenez. And we're ready to get underway this evening as Morse delivers the first pitch.
First pitch, 5-0-2.
Looks like it misses a bit down low. One-0 pitch. Tried to get him off balance there with a breaking ball, but Jimenez does not chase. It is now a 2-0 count. Up high with the fastball. Quickly behind 3-0. And a 4-pitch walk to start the game.
Yeah, not ideal there for Morse, giving up a free base runner in which Jimenez didn't even have to swing his bat, so not an ideal start for the Mudcats.
Yes, that's definitely the last thing that you want to do is gift a team of this caliber a leadoff base runner. That'll bring up Peyton Brennan. Pickoff attempt of Jimenez at first, but he gets back in safely.
Curious to see how the Potters try to run on Castingway, who's been so effective behind the plate, if they'll try to test him.
Yeah, Castingway, the catcher for this Mudcats team, has definitely been such a stud behind the plate defensively for them so far.
Yeah, he didn't play in yesterday's game, so they haven't seen him.
That one is looped over the head of the second baseman, and it's going to fall into center field. Jimenez is going to round second, and he's going to take third standing up. So a single for Peyton Brennan. And that moves Jimenez over to third. And now there's only runners on first and third with no outs.
First baseman, number 35,
Yeah, that just got in on the hands, but able to poke it over Crudo there at second. So a really good start here for the Potters.
And that'll bring up first baseman Hudson Brown. First pitch to him is down low. Brennan took a couple steps to make it look like he was going to go, but threw on the brakes.
Yeah, I feel like they might try to steal a bag here.
A pickoff attempt of Brennan at first, but he'll get back in safely.
Yeah, Morse has got to keep him honest over there at first.
Hudson Brown, the 6'5" first baseman from Kentucky. There goes the runner. The throw from Castingway is a little offline. Parker is not able to handle it at short. And Brennan is going to get the swipe of second base.
Takes away the double play as well. So now Trevor Moore's in a bit of a jam here.
Jimenez remains at third. The runner's on second and third now with nobody out for Hudson Brown. 2-0 pitch misses up and in. So another 3-0 count for Trevor Morse. His 3-0 pitch finds the zone of that fastball. 3 balls and 1 strike. Really good hitter's count.
I believe
Hudson Brown.
I believe that's only the second strike. Trevor Morse here early.
Got him to chase that up and in fastball. That'll load up the count, 3-2.
Yeah, this is a critical first out that Morse needs to get here and try to prevent the ball from being put in play here. Strikeout would be very nice for the right-hander.
A very big strikeout situation here. We'll see what he goes to. The payoff pitch. Missed inside with a breaking ball, and that'll load him up with no outs.
Yeah, Castonguay tried to sell it there. It was a good pitch. Just couldn't get the outcome he wanted. And
Castonguay will call time and go out and have a word.
now, barring something incredible, you're probably going to, unfortunately, give up a run here. You just need to minimize the damage. Now, if you can get a strikeout here and then a ground ball double play, obviously that's perfect. But you also don't want to give Walden here something he really likes over the plate and could potentially clear the bases.
Yeah, JT Walden, 340 batting average on the season, 4 home runs and 23 RBIs. Definitely seems like the right guy in a situation like this. Chases the first pitch. Back foot slider, it looked like there for strike 1. So Trevor Morse gets ahead in the count for the first time this evening. No balls and 1 strike in the dirt. That'll even him up.
Yeah, these Potters hitters have pretty good plate discipline so far from what I've noticed. Really going to make Morse throw one in the zone.
Foul tipped back to the screen. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. This is a big strikeout situation for Trevor Morse. It's 1-2 pitch. Just low and outside. Two balls and 2 strikes. Bases loaded with nobody out. The pitch is chopped back to Morse on the mound. He's going to go home and get the force at the plate. And that's just as good as a strikeout.
Yeah, that's as perfect of a play as you're going to get right there. A chopper that luckily wasn't hit too far to the right to get out of the to where Morse couldn't field the ball.
Next up, number 5.
Good recognition to make the play at the plate, and yeah, that's perfect. You get an out, and no damage.
Yeah, no damage yet, and now a hard-hit ground ball could possibly put an end to this inning. No damage. As second baseman Cole Dillon will step up. There's the ground ball to short to Kevin Parker. He'll flip it to second to throw to first. Double play!
How about
and a
that?
bases loaded, no out situation. Trevor Morse works out of it with no runs scored. And we'll go to the bottom of the first. Score remains 0-0 here on the Solano College Sports Network. bottom of the first now as the Solano Mudcats look to put something up on the board after they were somehow able to get out of that top of the first without giving up any runs. Bases loaded and no outs and no damage. Brilliant job from Trevor Morse on the mound in the middle infield of the Solano Mudcats.
Yeah, he's able to generate an out for himself there and then get the double play. That's what it was going to take if he was going to get out of the inning, was a double play ball up the middle. Got exactly that. That was really well turned by Crudo and Parker.
So the top of the Solano Mudcats lineup will go to work now. Holden Rook, Tyler Crudo, and Connor Ross do up this inning.
Of your time tonight, we both are here to have it fun, so let it win.
Lead things off for the Mudcats center fielder, number 21, Holden Rook.
So Holden Rook will step into the box now. Let's see what he can do against Lincoln Potter's starting pitcher Ryan Castillo. First pitch is fouled right back into the mask of the umpire.
That'll shake you up. But yeah, just a note from last weekend in this series against the Kings. Really liked what I saw from Holden Rook batting out of the 9 spot. Recently, kind of a recent addition, I believe, for the Mudcats, and he's been pretty good.
Ryan Castillo, the 6'2" sophomore from the University of New Mexico. His 0-1 pitch is down to even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch is swung on and missed. Couldn't catch up to the high fastball there. It's Holden Rook. He's now behind 1 ball and 2 strikes. So just so many big name schools from this Lincoln Potters team as Holden Rook strikes out swinging for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, and a lot of these guys probably, a lot of them freshmen and sophomores, so be able to get a lot of opportunities here, but yeah, you really, some of the schools that they come from really pop off, really stand out on the screen for sure.
Second baseman Tyler Crudo will take first pitch strike at the top of the zone. Crudo in the top of the inning turned the double play from second base to stop the Potters from scoring. And now he's down in a deep 0-2 hole against Castillo. And the 0-2 pitch is cut on and missed. So back-to-back strikeouts for Ryan Castillo. Start out his evening.
Yeah, I like what I've seen so far from Castillo. I mean, 2 strikeouts already. Pretty 2 effortlessly strikeouts, really.
Yeah, no fear against Tyler Crudo. It looked like just 3 straight fastballs.
Yeah.
Right in the zone. So that'll bring up designated hitter Connor Ross. He'll offer at the first pitch as well and miss.
Yeah, Castillo's firing in strikes.
Right back to it again. That's 5 straight fastballs and 5 straight swing and miss strikes.
I mean, they're not even close to contact, so why not keep sending it?
0-2 pitch. Right back to it again, but fouled off this time from Ross to stay alive.
That foul ball was brought to you by Click the Music Mobile DJ.
So the count remains 0-2. Castillo winds and delivers. Tries to go up high with it, but Ross lays off. So that'll make the count 1-2. Ooh, got him way out in front on that breaking ball, but Ross was somehow able to get a piece of it to stay alive. I mean, after throwing 6 or 7 straight fastballs, it sets up that breaking ball so well. Ross did a great job just to get a piece of it. He wraps that one to short, played by Jimenez. The throw to first in time for out number 3. So very solid performance so far in the first inning for Ryan Castillo. Score remains 0-0 after 1 here on the Solano College Sports Network. Top of the second now as the score remains 0-0. Due up in the inning for the Potters. I believe 6, 7, 8 hitters Will Lindbergh, Tyler Antoine, and Cole Chamberlain.
Number 9 right fielder Will Lindbergh.
Trevor Morse will go back to work after escaping what seemed like an escapable situation with the bases loaded and no outs. First pitch, ground ball to Crudo at second. Played on a hop, throw to first, and 1 pitch, 1 out.
Sure, Trevor Morse can feel happy about that after how much traffic he had in the first inning. He had to use a lot of pitches to get 1 pitch and 1 out.
First pitch, ball to left fielder Tyler Antoine. Misses up high with the fastball. So he'll fall behind 0-2. Tyler Antoine only 4 at-bats so far on the season and is hitless in those 4 at-bats.
Kind of felt like that was a strike there, but I guess not.
Another 3-0 count. And a 4-pitch walk. Looks like we're going to have quite the hitter strike zone this evening.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, but already 3 walks on the day for the Potters. Mudcats have to bring that down.
Yeah, Trevor Morse so far 9 strikes to 15 balls.
In their lone loss last weekend to the Kings, Mudcats walked 8 batters that game. So if they walk a lot of guys, it's typically not a good thing.
And so you can't defend against the walk. Just putting those guys on base for free puts a lot of stress on everybody, really, on the pitcher to have to deliver from the stretch and worry about the runners on base, to the defense. Swung on and pulled down the first base side foul by Cole Chamberlain. Chamberlain on the season is 1 for 5.
Yeah, and whenever, he throws it in the zone and the Potters have put bat on ball, it's been pretty much good results. So thus far, it's very early, obviously, but got to make them beat you with the bat.
2 balls and 1 strike to the Potters catcher. Here's the pitch. Missed on the inside half. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Little bit of a check swing there from Chamberlain, but he holds up.
Yeah, Castonguay didn't really like that call. He feels like he's not getting helped out a lot from the umpire. It's tough when the guy's throwing a lot of balls. Just hoping to get a little help from the umpire. It doesn't help that he's really have a small strike zone.
3-1, and that was definitely a ball as he missed way up and outside. So another walk.
Next up, third baseman, number 2, Zach Chamizo.
That'll bring up Zach Chamizo. As you mentioned, Zion, you hope that when you're struggling to find the zone that the umpire can help you a little bit. It's just the problem with that is when you're throwing so many balls, you know, as an umpire, you almost just kind of expect that to continue. So you're just like expecting it to be a ball. He finds the zone that time, and he'll get ahead of Zach Chamizo.
Yeah, it looked like for a second he was going to call that a ball. It's like, it was like, wow, that would have been pretty bad.
Quite the compact strike zone so far early in this game. That one misses outside, 1-1.
Yeah, you could tell by Trevor's body motions. He's just not very
Not agreeing with
satisfied.
these calls. But the most important part about an umpire isn't the zone itself. It's as long as you're consistent with it.
Broke that one.
Yeah, that one was laced foul down the right field line. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to the third baseman, Zach Chamizo. Kicks and throws, and in the dirt, blocked by Castonguay. So the runner stayed put. Yeah, whatever strike zone you establish early as an umpire, as long as you keep it the same and keep it consistent throughout the game. That one's chopped up the middle, and nice reach out from Kevin Parker.
Wow.
The throw to first, they got him.
What a play by Kevin Parker there. I mean, that was insane.
That was a tricky play to make because the ball was chopped so high up in the air.
Shortstop, number 8, Jack Zimmerman.
And Parker reached out and scooped it on a hop, made a strong throw to Richardson at first, and they're able to get an out of that. That ball gets past Parker. Antwine is certainly scoring.
Yeah, I think he was trying to go for the double play. He tried to reach out and get the bag, but you got to live with an out there, and now you're in a little better spot if you're Morse.
So back to the top of the lineup. That one is hit to Crudo at second. It's going to hit the ground, though, before he catches it. And he'll make the throw to first to end the inning. So once again, Trevor Morse works around a couple walks and will keep the Potters scoreless in this one. So the Mudcats will go back to work in the bottom of the inning. Tony Castonguay, Max McGee, and Drake Richardson coming up.
The idea of this space is to allow students to be creative.
You get to design whatever you want. They help you get an idea, and then you can just go from there.
From 3D printing, laser cutting,
hydraulics, electronics.
It's incredible what people have done.
We had employers come in and tell us, we need these skills.
The teachers are really helpful.
Super supportive if you have no experience.
I've had a fantastic time. I've learned a lot.
Bottom of the second now here on the Solano College Sports Network as Lincoln Potter's starting pitcher Ryan Castillo will look to build on his dominant first inning.
Yeah, it was a very effortless first inning. Just really not any competition from the Mudcats hitters. See if they could change that around this inning.
Yeah, this is probably one of the better pitchers the Mudcats have faced this season. And it'll be interesting to see how they kind of navigate it throughout the rest of this game and how many innings they'll stretch Castillo out for.
Yeah, so Castillo made the top of the order in the first inning look silly.
Lead things off for the Mudcats, number 22, the catcher, Tony Castangway.
Leading off the bottom of the inning will be Mudcats catcher Tony Castangway. First pitch to him, he definitely went around on that one. So called strike as Castangway can't hold up on the pitch in the dirt. Looked like he was expecting the first pitch fastball as Castillo threw so many of them in the first inning, but he didn't get it. Gets another breaking ball. And he's in a quick 0-2 hole. Wow. I say definitely a small strike zone in this game so far. I think Castangway got away with one there, and he'll hit one high and deep in the left center field. Brennan is going over, and he's going to make the catch towards the warning track for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, Castangway's always going to put a good bat on ball. Feels like he does every single time he's at the plate.
That's that left fielder, number 9.
Well hit ball to center, but unfortunately there's a man out in center.
That's a very well hit ball. First pitch swinging is Max McGee, and he pops it up in the infield to the second baseman, Dylan. Had a little bit of trouble losing that one in the sun, but he's able to reach back and make the catch for the second out.
Yeah, that right side of this field always seems to have some trouble, no matter the time of day. With the sun, it always seems to be an issue.
First pitch to Drake Richardson is a fastball that misses up high for ball 1.
I believe that's the first pitch from Castillo that isn't a first pitch strike.
He'll come right back in the zone after, though, to even up the count at 1-1. That one is pulled down the right field line high and deep. Lindbergh is going over, and it's gone. Drake Richardson pulls one down the right field line. And the Mudcats take a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, he got a slider that hung a little bit too much from Castillo. He was all over it and took it over the right field wall. That's just a great job, great pitch recognition from Richardson. And a great start here for the Mudcats after offenses kind of struggled to get anything going, but maybe this is the start.
Yeah, so the right fielder Lindbergh kind of gave up on it. I thought because he had given up on it, it would have been a foul ball. But he gave up on it because that was long gone. Drake Richardson scores the first run of the evening.
That foul ball was
and that's the first hit for the Mudcats in general. I would not have expected it to be a home run, but yet here we are, 1-0 ball game.
Right fielder Mike Benavidez in an 0-2 hole. Catches a chin-high fastball. He's able to lay off.
Yeah, Castillo hasn't made too many mistakes, and when he does, you have to take advantage, and Richardson did on that slider.
Curveball is in the dirt. Laid off by Benavidez to even up the count 2-2. Two-two pitch, fastball off the hands. Benavidez is able to get a piece to stay alive. Benavidez struggling early in this summer season. 3 for 21 so far on the season. Looking to break himself out of a slump in this one. Another 2-2 pitch is grounded to short, but it's misplayed by Chamizo, the third baseman, and it'll roll into left field, and Benavidez will get on base. Soon that'll be scored an error to the third baseman, Chamizo, as it was right to Jimenez at short, but Chamizo tried to cut him off.
Yeah.
Hit off his glove.
Yeah, I think you're right about that, Kate. It just kind of a little miscommunication there, and tried to extend his glove out was Chamizo, and he just couldn't get to it, and a lucky break for Benavidez.
First pitch is off the fists of Everett Johnson, and it's going to roll into right field for a hit. Benavidez is going to round second, and he's going to go to third. And there are now runners on first and third with 2 outs.
Yeah, not really well hit at all by Everett Johnson, but you'll take it. It just found a hole, and obviously Benavidez already on the move, able to get to third. So if you're the Mudcats, feeling good about the results of this inning, regardless if you get this run in or not, to finally get to Castillo a little bit here.
That'll bring up the shortstop, Kevin Parker. He lines that one into right field, and it's going to get down in front of Lindbergh. So Benavidez scores, and it is now 2-0 Mudcats. So the error comes back to bite Chamizo and the Potters. That's a little 2-out rally here.
Number 21, center fielder.
We'll get another run across.
Yeah, nice job, Kevin Parker. Again, the Mudcats swinging at the first pitch now, because, look, you're going to expect a strike, so be ready to swing. Parker did so, and that was a well-hit ball to right.
So back to the top of the lineup now with center fielder Holden Rook. That one gets away from Chamberlain, and the runners will advance. Everett Johnson to third and Kevin Parker to second.
Yeah, Castillo is kind of trying to mix things up a little bit. Drew, you mentioned he's been going first pitch fastball a lot. This time he tries to go with a curveball, doesn't hit his spot. So now you got to adapt to what the Mudcats are seeing, because now you have them for the second time in the lineup.
Misses down low with that one, 2-0.
And to your point, Zion, I mean, that's just another reason why I love baseball so much. It's just a game of games. So much mind games happening all at once. Love it.
2 balls and no strikes, and that one way up and in to Holden Rook. And there's now 3 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, it's all about adjustments, even not just from game to game, but in-game adjustments, reporting back what you're seeing from the pitcher and being able to kind of adjust on the fly here.
Yeah, and great adjustments from the bottom of this Solano lineup as they realize Ryan Castillo is just firing in strikes. So they take some first pitch swings at some meatball fastballs.
Yeah.
They've got a couple runs out of it, threatening to score even a couple more if Holden Rook can put one into the outfield. He's in a good hitter's count, 3 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Up high, it'll take the walk to load the bases.
Yeah, and there are some guys that don't like to swing at the first pitch. They like to be able to see a few pitches, but if you know a strike's coming, you got to be ready to swing, and Castillo has to do a good job of locating well, getting a pitch that's not going to be hit very well. And so far, it's kind of unfolded a little bit in a bad way for Castillo.
The bases are now loaded with 2 outs for Tyler Crudo. He'll take that fastball down the middle though for strike 1.
This is a big opportunity here for the Mudcats. They need every run they can get against this Potters team.
It would be huge for them to be able to blow this game open early. And Crudo laces one into center field, and it's going to get down in front of Brennan. Everett Johnson and Kevin Parker will both score. Holden Rook moves up to third. And a 2 RBI single for Tyler Crudo to make this game 4-0.
They are on it right now. This is as good of consistent hitting that I've seen in an inning for this Mudcats team so far. Man, I mean, and all with 2 outs too. I mean, Castillo was looking to get a 1-2-3 inning, and the Mudcats have poured 4 runs on the Potters.
Yeah, one man after another getting on base. Fooled Connor Ross on that first pitch slider, however. Get ahead 0-1.
Yeah, quite the 180 from the Mudcats. And I think it's interesting to bring it back to that error at third base. I mean, none of this happens without that.
Catches him out front on it again. So now no balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, see, without that error, we're going to the top of the third, and it's only a 1-0 ball game. The difference between 4 runs and 1 run is huge. So we'll see if that error is going to come back to haunt them for the rest of this evening. That one is popped straight up behind the plate. Chamberlain is going to make an attempt at it. It's in play, but no one is going to be able to get under it. So Connor Ross catches a break, and he'll live to see another pitch.
I could be wrong, but besides the Richardson home run, it's pretty much just all been on fastballs where the Mudcats have delivered. So they're kind of took them an at-bat to kind of see it a little bit, and now they're on it.
Got him swinging. So Ryan Castillo finally gets out of the inning, but not after giving up 4 runs to the Solano Mudcats team, highlighted by a home run from Drake Richardson and a 2 RBI single from Tyler Crudo. Is 4-0 after 2 innings here on the Solano College Sports Network.
Excited to be here for Welcome Week. Solano Community College welcomes all of our students back. We want students to feel welcome, to be part of a vibrant community, and understand that we go out of our way to make sure that you feel that there's a place here for you and a range of services to support you through your academic study.
Hi, my name is Vanessa, treasurer of the ASSC here at Solano Community College, and today we're just here handing out Scantrons, pencils, coffee, free hot chocolate, and all this stuff just to get our students to feel comfortable on the campus.
I'm staffing the Ask Me table this week, where we are answering students' questions and promoting the Solano College Promise, which makes your first year free if you attend full-time.
Hi, my name is McKaylee Mates. I'm the president of the drama club here on Solano's campus. We're here informing kids about what we're about. And we're here at Welcome Back Week, kind of introducing the new students into what we do here on campus. We're here with a lot of different clubs. If you can make it down, come see us.
College just got affordable. Up to 100% of enrollment fees can be reimbursed for first-time college students taking full-time classes. At Solano Community College, we are taking full advantage of this to further your future. With certificate and degree programs in industrial technology, aeronautics, biotechnology, and many others, Solano Community College is a staple for success. For more information, please contact the Financial Aid Office at 707-864-7000.
Jumping right back into it here in the top of the third as Peyton Brennan will chase at the first pitch and ground it foul. As Trevor Morse will go back to work now with a lead as the Mudcats were able to score 4 in the bottom of the second. That one misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Peyton Brennan. That one is lined into center field, and the play will be made by Holden Rook for the first out of the inning.
Next at first baseman, number 35, Hudson Brown.
Nice positioning there in center field from Rook.
Yeah, the difference so far, the Potters have been unable to capitalize with runners in scoring position, and the Mudcats have.
First pitch ball outside to Hudson Brown. 1-0 pitch, got him off the hands. That one's fouled down the third base line towards the Mudcats bullpen.
Now if you're Trevor Morse, you can pitch with a little more confidence. You got a 4-run lead to work with. You can pump the strike zone a little bit more.
That one is grounded to second. Diving attempt from Tyler Crudo, but it gets past him and into right center field. And Hudson Brown has himself a single.
And honestly, you'll live with that because
number 25, J.T. Walden.
If you, like I said, Morse struggled with the walks first couple innings. Fire some strikes. You'll give up a couple hits. You have a 4-run lead you can work with. Just hope some of those get into outs.
It looked like Crudo was a little shifted over to his left with the left-handed Hudson Brown up. They were expecting him to pull. He was just not in position to field that ground ball. Pickoff attempt, nothing doing. So now J.T. Walden will step in. That one is lined into right field, and that's going to get down in front of Benavidez. Hudson Brown will remain at second. So back-to-back singles here in the top of the third.
And right field's been busy for both teams with these hits. Pretty much everything almost entirely on the right side of the field for both teams with their hits.
So the Potters looking to respond quick here with back-to-back singles. Runners on first and second with 1 out for Cole Dillon. First pitch, front door breaking ball. Gets Dillon looking for strike one. Oh, 1 pitch for Morse, goes right back to it, and it's crushed into left center field, but Rook is going to get over and make the play.
That's some great reaction time from Rook there, able to get over to that ball.
Yeah, off the bat, I thought for sure that was splitting the gap.
Yeah, I did too, but good job by Rook. He's been really good on the defensive end so far for the Mudcats this season. Showing it off a little bit with his range here.
And that's a really big second out for the Mudcats. So right fielder Will Lindbergh takes first pitch outside for ball one.
Runner goes.
The runner takes off for third, and they're going to get him. So Peyton Brennan tries to catch Solano defense looking or sleeping, and it won't work. So nothing for the Potters in the top of the third. The Mudcats will come up in the bottom of the inning. It's 4-0. Bottom of the third now for the Mudcats as Tony Castonguay, Max McGee, and Drake Richardson will look to extend on this 4-0 lead. As a quick correction, that was actually Hudson Brown that got picked off at third base to end that inning. He tried to swipe third and catch Trevor Morse sleeping. It's a very questionable decision, really, from Hudson Brown, trying to steal third with already 2 outs in the inning when you're down by 4 runs.
Yeah, and he did, like, Trevor Morse didn't see him, but obviously everyone else can, so you can just alert the pitcher and you can step off and throw to third.
It was an easy step off and an easy throw to third, and it wasn't even really close.
Yeah. If you're going to do that, you have to have a pretty sizable lead and get lucky.
Hit very high in the air into right field. Lindbergh is still going back. He's at the wall, and it's gone.
I did not expect that ball to travel that far, but...
So Tony Castonguay with an absolute moonshot gets it to carry out of here to right field, and it is now 5-0 Mudcats.
Wow, what? I mean, the Mudcats dugout is fired up, and they should be. I mean, nice piece of hitting there from Castonguay. I'll be honest, I was about to write F9 on my scorecard. I looked down, was about ready to write it. I look up, and the ball's gone. I see the right fielder run face first in the wall.
Yeah, I thought for sure that was just a sky-high fly ball into right field, but Castonguay gets the carry and gets it over the wall in right field. Very impressive piece of hitting from him.
Sometimes it's just that the wind here can just take a ball really far. With no wind, that's probably a routine pop-up.
Was that an Oppo Taco home run?
It sure was. Taco Wednesday it is. It's not Tuesday.
Every day's a good day for tacos.
2-1 count to Max McGee.
Honestly, everyone's been eating with the Oppo tacos today. 'Cause I feel like, let's see, Everett Johnson, Kevin Parker, Drake Richardson, all their hits went to right field. And now Castonguay.
Popped up, shallow right field. Sliding catch from Lindbergh. What a play.
Yeah, the second baseman, Cole Dillon, kind of got called off at the last second, most likely, from Lindbergh in a slide. And McGee, unfortunately, is not going to eat from the taco stand, the Oppo taco stand this time around.
Yeah, what a catch from Lindbergh in right field. So that'll bring up Drake Richardson, who scored the first run of this game and started the Mudcats rally in the bottom of the second by hitting a home run into right field, straight down the right field line. He grounds that one back up the middle. Played by Jimenez. The throw to first is wild.
Just a bit offline with that throw, but that was a great attempt there.
Put your hands together for our bat boy, Aaron.
A great effort from Jimenez at short to even keep that ball from getting into the outfield.
Next up, number 30, right
but is not able to make the throw to get Richardson at first.
Good day so far for Drake Richardson.
Yeah, 2 for 2. That'll bring up Benavidez. Big swing on the first pitch from him. No balls and 1 strike. Looked like a breaking pitch. Caught him a bit out front.
The call was brought to you by Republic Services.
And Benavidez is behind 0-2. Takes that high fastball. for ball one. Definitely something that I've noticed early here about Mike Benavidez is he is very, very aggressive. Pass ball.
He's going to go 3.
He's going to go 3.
He's in there.
And a high throw from Chamberlain. And Richardson is going to steal 2 bases off of the pass ball.
We've seen some sloppy base running so far this summer, but that was very well done by Richardson.
That's just lazy from Chamberlain, taking his time to get back to the backstop to get the ball. And then not only that, but he makes a high throw to Chamizo at third. If that throw is on line, Richardson's probably out. Soft line drive, to Jimenez at short, plays it on a hop and throws Benavidez out at first.
Yeah, that's kind of a tough break there for Richardson. Benavidez looked like it might have been a line out, so he didn't want to commit all the way. That ball bounces in front of the shortstop, and I think if he reads that a little bit better, he can probably score a run there. Just unfortunate, Benavidez unable to get the RBI.
Everett Johnson takes a gander at the first pitch. Nothing doing, though, and he'll fall behind 0-1. Right back to the fastball goes Ryan Castillo, and he's ahead of Everett Johnson, 0-2. 2 outs and a runner on third. 1 run already across in the inning for the Mudcats. He'll chase it to drop third strike, but it gets away from Chamberlain again, and Johnson will reach first on the drop third strike, and Richardson will score to make the game 6-0.
Wow.
Bizarre.
Yeah.
Next up.
Honestly, that run is pretty much on Cole Chamberlain there. That's a tough pitch to field there, but as a catcher, that's your job. And to not get the out at first, that's crucial.
It's his fault that the runner was on third in the first place.
Yep.
And you got to wonder what's going through Ryan Castillo's mind right now as he gets the strikeout to end the inning, but a run scores instead. Kevin Parker hits one high in the air to center field, but playable for Brennan, and he'll make the catch. And that will finally end the inning. So 2 more runs come across for the Mudcats as a couple of mistakes from Chamberlain allow a run to score and a home run from Tony Castonguay. It is 6-0 after 3 here on the Solano College Sports Network.
Back for the top of the fourth here on the Solano College Sports Network. 6-0 ball game. Mudcats
now
up.
pitching for the Mudcats, number 5, Eli Burton.
We have a new pitcher for the Mudcats. Eli Burton on the mound.
Now batting, number 9 right fielder, Will Lindbergh.
Now here's Will Lindbergh up at the plate. First pitch is down and inside from Burton.
Eli Blurton, a 5'11 sophomore from Umpqua Community College.
Never heard of it.
I've not, but that's
Quite the
interesting.
name.
Yeah,
10
it
out of
is.
10.
It is interesting.
Umpqua.
What's their mascot? Okay, I'm looking this up now.
Breaking ball too low. 2-1 count.
They're the Riverhawks.
Interesting.
Not as interesting as I thought it would be, but you know.
The Umpqua Riverhawks.
They're a community college in Roseburg, Oregon.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Random mascot generator for the Red Hawks, I guess.
Riverhawks.
Down low again for Blurton. 3-2 full count. And that is high. So Will Lindbergh will take his base. First time he's on today.
Feels like the Solano Mudcats have given up a leadoff walk
Left fielder, number 17,
in more than half of the innings so far.
Yeah.
But hasn't come back to bite them yet, but you can only play with fire for so long until you get burned.
So first pitch to Tyler Antwine. It's fouled off. Been on base so far today with a walk. Antwine, not a lot of reps so far this year. Looks like he's 0 for 4 on the year.
Yeah, Kate, to your point, they have given up a walk in 3 of the 4 innings. That is the 5th walk issue of the game.
Wow.
Almost gets behind Stungway. He's able to make a play.
How did catch that pitch?
Reflexes, I guess.
Unbelievable.
That saves a runner in scoring position. 2-1 count. Just low. He's going to throw to first. Not in time. But he will keep Lindbergh on his toes. Another good defensive play from Stungway, but that was ball 4. Wouldn't matter anyways.
Back-to-back walks to lead off the inning. That's not what you want to see from a new pitcher.
Second walk of the day for Antwine as well.
Next up, catcher number 28, Cole Chamberlain.
They now have 6 walks so far in this game. Not the recipe to success. First pitch swung on and missed by Cole Chamberlain. He walked in his first at-bat.
Cole Chamberlain looking for a little bit of redemption here.
Yes, definitely.
One of the runs in the bottom of the 3rd that the Mudcats scored. I feel like a lot of that goes on Chamberlain.
Chamberlain 1 for 5 on the year. 6'2", 215. Big swing there, and that will strike him out. So that is Eli Blurton's first strikeout of the game.
Third baseman, number 2, Zach Chamizo.
Now this brings up third baseman Zach Chamizo.
A nice bounce back at bat there from Blurton to get a 3-pitch strikeout after the first 2 walks.
Runners on second and first. This pitch is swung on a high fly ball. Looks like it's going to be the left fielder who will make the play for out number 2. Great play there from Max McGee.
Now batting, number 8, shortstop Jax Jimenez.
Now Jax Jimenez up to bat. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Breaking ball for a strike. Great pitch indeed.
Absolutely froze Jimenez. And that's how you steal a strike to start an at-bat.
He goes fastball now and gasses him up. Just like that, Jimenez down 0-2 in the count.
Perfect first 2 pitches from Blurton.
Jimenez from University of Oregon.
Looks like they're going high.
Pitch from Blurton.
He missed it. Castonguay was signaling with the glove there to get that fastball up high. I'm not sure if that's because he wanted the location.
Blurton shakes his head no. Now sees what he likes. Just a bit outside. Jimenez battling, 2-2. Base hit will bring in their first run, but he strikes out, and that will end the inning. Great pitching performance there from Eli Blurton, and the Mudcats will keep their lead, 6-0.
The exponential growth from the program from my first year to my third year now, that's what keeps me coming back and keeps me excited and just like fulfills me as a person.
It's so impressive, and we every time we walk in here, you guys are doing something different. It's great. It's
nothing but opportunities here, and we have sports to cover, we have the equipment.
Because the more ambitious you are, the more opportunities you'll have.
On-the-job training is huge.
Get the hands-on experience.
When someone asks who can do it, you know, you can raise your hand and say, I can do it, so.
Joining the class was the best decision I ever made.
We're going to go to cut one. And cut one. Cross court to Audrey Jones. Audrey for 3. It is good! With 1.3 seconds left on the game clock. Audrey Jones with one of the biggest shots.
The sky's the limit, really, with what we can do here.
Back to the bottom of the 4th for Yarborough Stadium. Ryan Castillo still in the game.
Lead things off in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Honestly, a little surprised that he is. I mean, I guess they're just trying to have him eat up innings, or possibly, or just a little surprised, especially coming through with the order for the 3rd time now.
Holden Rook will start things off for the Mudcats. Swings and misses there. Yeah, it looks like they're about to start warming people up on the right field line. Good pitch there, make it 0-2 for Castillo.
Ryan Castillo has had a rough past couple of innings after absolutely cooking in the 1st inning.
Yeah, and when your chances of success a third time through significantly drop, really, for any pitcher, and they've already gotten to him a few times now.
Holden Rook able to foul that one off.
So if you're Castillo now, it's just kind of all about damage control. You're down 6 runs. You really cannot afford to give up many more the rest of this game.
Shout out to all the Mudcat bat boys over there in the dugout. Big swing and miss there off that curveball. Now will be out number 1. Holden Rook's 2nd strikeout of the game.
Yeah, those bat boys are as locked in as anyone else on this field, man. They do not miss a pitch. They are there every pitch.
Yeah, I mean, you can't look foolish in front of the Mudcats.
Yeah.
Got to be on your A game. Inside fastball. Castillo, lead ball 1. It is Tyler Crudo, 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs. Good location spot there for strike number 1.
Yeah, right on that low inside corner.
Swinging at the dirt there, Tyler Crudo.
And that is some really good tunneling from Castillo. He goes to the low inside fastball and then goes right to the curveball. Looks like it's going to be in the right spot, but drops down in the dirt.
Beautiful pitch there from Castillo. Goes back to it, and that will be a strikeout. Crudo's second of the game.
Next up,
that was probably his best pitch that bat of the evening.
Connor Ross.
Yeah, that's how things went in the first inning. Back-to-back swinging strikeouts to Rook and Crudo.
So this brings up Connor Ross. 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. And again, another big swing and a miss there off that breaking ball.
Castillo has had Ross off balance all evening.
Yeah.
Ross is just not seeing the ball out of his hand right now.
Looks like he does there, and that will break through for a base hit.
All right,
so
well,
how about that?
There's a little bit of your jinx.
It's Connor Ross's first base hit of the day, now 1 for 3.
Yeah. And Castillo has not thrown a ball yet. If he got a swing and miss there, he would have been a strike away from a immaculate inning.
So now here is the heavy hitter, Tony Castungwe, 1 for 2 with a moonshot home run. That was in the third. He's going to take strike 1. Castungwe up to 448. Fouls that pitch off. Great average. If you could keep that up all summer.
This guy just has so much raw power. Feels like every time he steps in the box, he's going to hit one 200 miles per hour at somebody's forehead.
That would be a little life-threatening.
Castillo will step off.
And also, I would start to question how on earth he could do that, you know?
That ball gets away from Chamberlain. He's going to hold it, so Connor Ross will advance to second. Just like that, runner in scoring position.
And Chamberlain so far has just been struggling there to keep the ball in front of him.
So 1-2 count. Stungway's going to have to protect. He rips that to left field. That will drop. Connor Ross rounding 3. He's going to score. Castungwe will stay at first and 7-0.
Just like that. Another quality swing and another hard-hit ball from Tony Castungwe in the left field to get his second RBI of the afternoon.
Next up,
home run and a single.
Max.
Nice afternoon.
Quite the day.
Man, I know Castillo has got to be sick right now. This dude has been so good at getting those first 2 outs. He just can't get the third.
That was one of the uglier swings that I've seen.
Yeah.
McGee trying to go golfing there. Then on the count 0-1.
Because if you recall that second inning, I mean, he had 2 outs, gave up 4 runs in the inning, and he cannot. It's hard. It's really hard to get that third out.
Ball's grounded to short. He's going to go to 2, and it misses. It's going to go down to right field. Stungway will advance to third. And another error for the Potters.
And you finally get your ground ball for the third out of the inning, and your defense can't back you up.
Yeah, that doesn't help. I mean, it happened in the last inning. There was the drop third strike that should have been out number 3, and instead it brought a run around to score.
There's that error from Chumizo in the second inning as well. That would have been the third out.
Yeah, so I guess I will say it's not all on him. The defense does have to help him out, but still, I mean, he following that, he wasn't able to get the fourth out, I guess, if you will. But, you know.
Yeah. I think the one flaw with this Potters team is just that defense. In their past 2 games, they've allowed 8 errors.
Oof.
5 in the first game, 3 in the other. As number 24, Drake Richardson, swings and misses. He's had a big game today, 2 for 2 with a home run. Stungway at third. Runner at first, the pitch is low.
I mean, that's pretty incredible that this is the 3rd inning in a row that a third out should have been recorded and it was an error instead.
Good breaking ball pitch there, Castillo.
Yeah, Castillo's got Richardson swinging ugly 2 times.
Doesn't bite that time.
Good job from Chamberlain there to get that one in front of him that time.
So a 2-2 count for Richardson. And another breaking ball that will strike him out, and that will end the inning. So 1 run will score here in the bottom of the 4th. It is now 7-0. The Mudcats are forming a giant lead.
But Dad, I love him. I'm going to marry him. I don't care what you say.
Cut. Welcome to TV 55. In this hands-on class at Solano Community College, you'll learn all aspects of television production. Work with high-end cameras in the field and in the studio. Professional sound, lighting, and green screen. And let's not forget editing. Enroll today. Get an art school education at a fraction of the cost. Visit us online at solano.edu.
Hi, Christine Manny, full-time instructor at Solano College Theater. Have you ever been interested in coming into theater? Come over to Solano College and find out what it's all about. You can take classes, you can be involved in many different ways, and just come talk with us. Check us out at www.solano.edu/theater.
7-0 ball game here at the top of the 5th at Yarborough Stadium. Eli Blurton will stay on the mound. He had a pretty dominant first inning.
Yeah, the wind is really starting to pick up here in Fairfield.
Yeah, it definitely is.
It's going to play a factor. It's already played a factor in this ball game. You're going to see that possibly a little bit more, just hopefully not to the benefit of the Potters, as it feels like they're getting close, like they're just at the breaking point of really getting some runs across the plate. They've had runners in scoring position, just can't capitalize.
First pitch is ripped to second base, and he will make play for out number 1. It's Crudo who made the play over to Richardson.
Number 35, Hudson
So if you would have told me in that first inning, when the Potters had the bases loaded with nobody outs, they would eventually be down in this game 7-0.
Yeah.
I would have thought that was one of the craziest statements ever. It's just unbelievable.
Good first pitch strike there from Blurton.
I would have thought, okay, you mean the Potters would be up 7-0,
The
right?
Potters would be up 7-0, not the Mudcats. Yeah, this Mudcats defense and their pitching has just done an unbelievable job so far in this game.
Yeah, and really all season long they're pitching, besides the walks, they've done a really good job of getting out of tough situations, and the defense has been tremendous all season long for the Mudcats.
Breaking ball, called strike. Inside.
And that is such a helpful thing, and an underappreciated aspect of pitching is when you have a good defense. I think people just kind of take that for granted a little bit when you're watching, especially as you get to the collegiate and pro level.
2-2 to Hudson Brown. will go out of play. Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness.
Almost made the play. It was third baseman
Johnson.
Yeah. I thought that was going out of play for sure, but a great attempt there.
That would have been one of the most spectacular plays that I've ever witnessed if he somehow caught that. He made a Jim Edmonds type dive in foul territory to try to make that catch.
Nonetheless, Hudson Brown will stay alive. 2-2, 1 out. Breaking ball is hit out to center field. It will fall for a base hit. Hudson Brown, 2 for 2 with a walk. He's had a good day.
That was a nice pitch there from Blurton. Nice location on the low outside corner of that breaking ball, and he got Hudson Brown out in front off the end of the bat. It's just unfortunate he was able to find a hole with it out in center field.
Yeah, Rook was a little too far out in center to make that play, unfortunately.
So the first pitch, JT Walton is inside. Walton 1 for 2 today. And 348 on the year. Ball is popped up. Looks like it's going to be the shortstop, Kevin Parker, who will make the play.
Wind is doing a number on that ball.
Yeah, that was gonna be a tough play for Parker. He makes the catch.
Next up,
and obviously no infield fly rules, so saw a situation where I can't remember, I think it was MLB, where it popped up in the infield and batter didn't run to first and the guy dropped it, so he was able to turn a double play.
First pitch to Cole Dillon outside for a ball. Cole Dillon 0 for 2. Breaking ball outside again.
That breaking pitch from Eli Blurton, excuse me, has so much movement.
Yeah. Blurton down the count, 2-0. He'll get a strike there from fly ball out of play.
It's got some good pitching coaches up there in Umpqua.
So 2-1, runner on first. Just a bit. Oh, no. Whew. They're going to call that a strike? They will.
Wow.
That might be the most delayed strike call that I've ever seen.
And I'll take it.
And, yeah, Brennan is like, or is that?
That's called Dillon.
Yeah.
Dillon is like, what? Oh, you called that a strike?
Which, to be fair, I think that's probably a strike, but yeah, you called that really late. He's like, oh, wait, yeah, that's actually a strike. Sorry, Chief.
2-2 now, and gotta call that one, right? No.
But that one's not?
So a 3-2. Very
Could you imagine? He just waits. Oh, yeah. Strike 3. You're done. Time. That was strike 3.
So a very peculiar event. Now 3-2. Pitches a high fly ball out to center field. It's going to be Rook. Will make the play for out number 3. It's nonetheless another very dominant inning for Eli Blurton. Mudcats still up 7-0.
Hi, my name is Eric Visser. I'm in my 5th year as the athletic director of Solano College. To experience community college and its mission has been an outstanding experience. Solano College has a very rich tradition in intercollegiate athletics dating back to 1947. I'm very proud to communicate that rich tradition is still being continued with fine young men and women that represent Solano College on and off the court. In the fall we have the volleyball program. We have a very successful women's soccer program. We have both men's and women's basketball. And then we transition to 4 programs: baseball, of softball, men's women's tennis, and men's and women's swimming. It is our mission to excel our programs and our student athletes in academics. All of our student athletes are committed to give back to the community. And we would invite you to be a part of Solano College Athletics by visiting our website, www.solanoathletics.com, and you feel a warm welcome at Solano.
If you have an interest in a career in sports broadcasting,
whether it's behind the scenes or on camera,
then this is the class for you.
Class is held every Wednesday from 1:30 to 4:30 in room 121 alongside the library building.
For more information, contact Greg Poff, that's me, at solano.edu.
We hope to see you here next semester. And remember,
it's more than just sports, it's an education.
So here at the bottom of the fifth, do have a bit of changes. It will be for the pitcher, Tyler Moore, on the mound. Also a change behind the plate. Andrew Sloan will replace Cole Chamberlain. Chamberlain ended the day 0 for 1 with a walk and a bit of sloppy plays behind the plate.
Yeah, and I believe that is all the substitutions that I can see. I guess we'll be able to tell better when these guys come up to the plate, but I believe that's all the changes the Potters have made. But Mudcats, it's been pretty impressive. They've been able to get 5 scoreless innings out of their pitching staff, despite the traffic on the base paths. And the offense has really come through in a big way, and still plenty of ball game left to add some insurance. You can never be too safe with the lead. Just wonder if this Potters offense is going to wake up at some point and really cash in those base runners.
Number 30, Mike Benavidez.
So Mike Benavidez will start things off for the Mudcats. 0 for 2 today. Reached base by error and then ended up scoring. First pitch from Moore is called strike. Tyler Moore listed as a lefty, but it's very clearly a righty. 6'1", 180. And just a bit outside for the ump's liking. Now 1-1.
Yeah, so far in the first half of this game has been an almost flawless game for these Mudcats. Really the only thing that you could argue that they could have done better is just limit the walks as pitchers. But I mean, other than that, you know, both sides of the ball, defense, offense, hitting with runners in scoring position, they've been unbelievable so far this evening.
Benavidez pops that one out of play.
Yeah, and those walks haven't led to damage, luckily, so yeah, that's really the only nitpick thing that you can say, but really good game so far from Solano.
Big swing and miss there for Benavidez. That'll be out number 1. Benavidez now 0 for 3 today. First strikeout. And the first strikeout for Tyler Moore.
Next up, third baseman, number 6, Everett Johnson.
So this brings up the third baseman, Everett Johnson.
And so you mentioned, Zion, that, you know, the walks of this Solano pitching staff haven't really, you know, come back to bite them. And, you know, I feel like some people might ask the question, you know, is that more of a credit to the Solano pitching or more of a blame to, you know, the woes of the Potters? And I think it's definitely more credit to the Solano pitching and the defense, because when they've had those runners in scoring position and they've been in those really tough situations, you know, they've made the right decisions defensively and they've executed it well and they've made good pitches. And just so far, I mean, I've just been almost perfect in limiting the runs.
One-two pitch down low. Two to Everett Johnson. Way up high.
battle here.
Yeah.
From Everett Johnson.
Payoff pitch. It's fouled off.
Ooh. He had him on that fastball. Just barely got a piece of it off the hands.
Up and in. So Everett Johnson will take his base.
Tried to go back to that same pitch that he just fouled off. He just missed up high.
Next up, shortstop, number 8, Kevin Parker.
Everett Johnson, 1 for 2 on the day with a walk. And this will now bring up the shortstop, Kevin Parker, who was 1 for 2 with an RBI. Kevin Parker will take the first pitch, called strike. KP batting 9th in the lineup today. As he pops out one up high into the Potters dugout.
That was very playable for Brown at first base, but he gave up on that one pretty early.
Yeah, I mean, really just not the best effort from the Potters today in general. Pitch is way down low.
Only thought I guess I could say is, like with the effort thing, is, you know, they just had a home game yesterday and then have to hit the road today. I don't know. That's really the only, it's not fun to go on the road and play, especially if you're just at home.
Down low again. Runner will go, and Sloan won't even throw it a second.
Perfect read from Johnson.
So Everett Johnson will take second base with only 1 out.
And I think definitely the mental of just being behind 7-0 definitely doesn't help.
Yeah, I think, you know, the Potters, they just came off a win yesterday, you know, feeling good coming into today, but I think it's a little better typically for the team to come back off a road game to come home. Kind of give you a little better of mindset going into the game maybe. I don't know. Just pure speculation. Just talking ball.
No, I think you make a good point, Zion. It definitely could be a factor.
Well, I think the reason that, you know, we bring that up is because the Potters are almost certainly a team that is definitely capable of making a comeback in this one. They just don't show, they're not showing like they even really want to.
Well, yeah, it's just, I mean, it's a lot of routine plays that they're just not making. The ground ball at short, that was kind of a tough play that he overthrew, but then the pass balls, you know, not chasing down a foul ball, ground ball to third, miscommunication. There's just some simple things.
That pitch is low to Kevin Parker, so it's going to be a full count again. Runner on second. Pitch is low, so Kevin Parker will take his base.
And so now that's back-to-back walks issued by Moore after getting the first out to Benavidez. Now you got the top of the order, so this is a tough spot here for Tyler Moore, especially with a guy that, with Rook, can cause some damage.
Holden Rook, bit of a quiet day at the plate. He's made some good plays out center. It's 0 for 2. As the ball is popped up, and it will fall. No one will score, so runners are juiced, and that will be Holden Rook's first base hit of the day.
Yeah, Everett Johnson kind of got caught between a little bit of a, do I need to freeze and go back to the base, or do I need to go because it's going to drop? because he couldn't really tell if Dylan in second was going to be able to get over there and make that play. He was kind of going a little bit back and forth.
So this brings up Tyler Crudo, who is 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Bases juiced.
So he's already had a big hit so far in this one with runners in scoring position. Look to see if he can come through once again.
Everett Johnson at third. Kevin Parker at second. Holden Rook at first.
Certainly don't want to walk in this run.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of trouble with command here for Moore.
Way downstairs. So another down low pitch makes it 3-0. And Xylon, you might have spoken it into existence.
Yeah, he's just not finding his release point on the mound right now. All these pitches are not close.
Finds his own there for a strike. And I'm not sure what the rules are for summer ball, but 7-0 with the bases juice, you could be looking at a mercy rule.
That'd definitely be interesting to see. I'm not sure if this league has mercy rule implemented.
Is it deep enough to tag up? It looks like it will be. Everett will score. Kevin Parker to third, and it is now a 8-0 ball game. So Crudo did exactly what he needed to do with just 1 out. Hit the ball far enough to bring in Everett Johnson.
Connor Ross.
And that'll be his 3rd RBI of the day. So now Kevin Parker at third.
That's exactly what you'll take if you're Tyler Crudo.
Rook still at first. Connor Ross up at the plate.
That's
They're
a balk.
Yeah, a balk. So that will bring in Kevin Parker.
Wow.
Now make it 9-0.
And the mistakes and the miscues continue.
Yeah, this is just simple stuff. There's no excuse for stuff like that. I mean, you could hear the Mudcats dugout. They saw that all the way, and that's just the freest run you'll ever give up.
So Holden Rook advances to second. Still a runner in scoring position.
And look at that lead he has at second.
Yeah, I mean, if no one's holding, why not?
I mean, yeah, I mean, and you see the Potter's coach said you're going to hold him on or what? I mean, that is a massive lead over there by Crudo at second. Or not Crudo, that's Holden Rook. But, yeah, that should have, I mean, again, it's just really routine elementary level stuff here that the Potters just cannot seem to figure out here. And, yeah, meeting at the mound is probably what you need. Get everyone back into this game. I know it's 9-0, but goodness.
Two outs. 1-0 count. Dribbler down third base line. It will be foul.
And I feel like there's a lot of questions about, you know, morals and unwritten rules in baseball. Like, I remember there was one controversy a while ago with that Fernando Tatis grand slam when he swung 3-0 and they were up a bunch. And, you know, in this situation, you know, if they didn't hold on, Holden Rook, you know, stealing third when you're already up 9-0. I mean, in my personal opinion, I mean, you're trying to win a ball game, and that's all that it's about. It's anything goes, so.
Yeah, it's, I don't, yeah, to me, that's, you're just giving him the base. It's not him actually trying to steal. It's like, well, if you're not going to hold me on, yeah, I'm going to take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree with both you guys. I do not believe in unwritten rules, I mean, just play better.
I think there are some to an extent, but yeah, like the Tatis thing, that was actually against my Texas Rangers, and I thought it was kind of silly that they didn't, our manager at the time didn't approve of it, but.
2-1 count to Connor Ross. Make it 3-1.
Yeah, but absolutely. If you're going to be, you know, upset about that, you know, maybe you shouldn't be down by 10 runs in the first place, or maybe you should make a better 3-0 pitch, or maybe you should hold the guy on at second.
Yeah, and I don't think and just to be clear, we're not saying that the Potters dugout was mad about that or anything. It's just, you know, if anything, that was the coach being mad at his players, like, guys, we got to hold them on here.
Mm-hmm. So full count to Connor Ross. A base hit would make it a double-digit lead. And that's going to be inside for a walk. Connor Ross's second time getting to first base.
Yeah, and I think also, too, it's only the 5th inning, so there is no, you know, oh, we're not going to try to steal here or whatever. You know, you're going to add on as many runs as you can get. If it's in the later innings, then, yeah, you maybe start to think about that. But, yeah, you're trying to add on as much as you can here.
So this will bring up the cleanup hitter, Tony Castungwe. A monster day, 2 for 3. Home run, 2 RBIs. And a chance to tack on more. Pickoff attempt.
Oh.
Looks like it hit him. He's going to be safe.
That just went like right into his chest. Probably in the ribs there.
No, yeah, that was an ugly slide back to the base too. And I think if Tyler Moore would have thrown over to him right off of that inside move, he would have been picked off by a very large margin.
Stungway's going to take the first pitch. They're going to call it a strike. Stungway up to 444 on the year. Runner does go. The throw to third, not in time. Beautiful base running there. It's Holden Rook.
Well, guys, you know how we were talking about that unwritten rule? Potter's coach did not like that. Did not like him stealing third, but Rook had been trying to do it all inning.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. 0-2. Swung on. That's going to be a base hit. That'll bring in Holden Rook. Runner's going to round to 3. They're going to send him. It's Connor Ross. He'll get in. Castungwe gets a double. And it is now 11-0. An absolute slaughter.
Turns out to not mean anything, as he would have scored regardless.
Anyways, yep.
But 11-0 now. And Castungwe is having himself a day.
Number 9, Max McGee.
This guy just cannot come up to the plate without hitting something hard somewhere.
That now makes him 3 for 4. 4 RBIs and a home run. Now number 9, Max McGee. We'll see if he can make it 12-0. He's going to take the first pitch.
And again, it's only the 5th inning, so I don't know. I don't really see anything too wrong with Rook trying to steal third. You know it's coming. He's been trying to do it the whole inning.
And the game's not even halfway over, or just barely over halfway over.
Good defensive play there from Andrew Sloan, able to keep that ball in front of him.
And yeah, and he would have scored anyways, so doesn't matter.
Big hack there.
Yes, I think if anything, it's just kind of, a questionable decision really from Rook to even steal third when you're already in scoring position and there's 2 outs, so you're getting a 2-out jump on a base hit into the outfield regardless.
Yeah.
The last thing you want to do is make the 3rd out at third base.
Yeah, I agree.
It's hit into left field, and he will make the play. That's a diving catch, and that will end the inning. A great play by Tyler Antwine. So, still a big lead regardless, 11-0. The Mudcats on top.
The EOPS program helps academically and economically disadvantaged students. We provide book vouchers and grants, counseling, special transfer and career services. EOPS has been a program in the California Community College system for 50 years as of 2019. Solano Community College is one of the most diverse community colleges in the nation. So if you're interested in the EOPS program, please stop by and fill out an application.
The EOPS, they help with counseling, like setting your classes and stuff up, registration, a couple of grants, books, even college tours and field trips.
It gave me a plan and let me know what I need to do to graduate as soon as possible. Also the books, I can't really afford the books. You take a lot of classes and the books definitely helped me out. They give you a voucher, you basically get books worth for $400 and that's a lot of money to be able to spend just on books.
They help me financially. They have a lending library that lends us books and laptops and calculators as well.
We invite you to apply to our program. We provide the guidance and the academic supplies for you to be successful. When the time is ready for your graduation, we will be providing supplies for that. We know that higher education can change lives.
Right fielder, number 9, Will Lindbergh.
So the right fielder, Will Lindbergh, will start things off. And the top of the 6. Eli Blurton still in the game.
Yeah, and Cody Buckley taking over behind the dish here for the Mudcats. As Tony Cassinguay's monster day is done.
I say you're up big in this one, especially, the catcher position. That's such a physically tolling position to play. Get your star guy down on the bench, to get some rest.
Inside pitch called strike on a 3-0 count.
And a nice thing the Mudcats have is they really have 3 solid catchers. Colin Brown had a 3-hit game last weekend, and Buckley is good behind the plate as well. So it's a very good thing to have a lot of depth at the catcher position.
Fielder, number 17, Tyler Antwine.
Will Lindbergh gets on base with a leadoff walk, second walk of the day. And this will now bring up Tyler Antwine, who also has 2 walks.
Yeah, to your point, Zion, catcher depth, besides maybe pitching depth, is probably the most important position on the team to have depth in, because it's just not a position that a guy can go out there and play every day unless you're a superhuman like Yadier Molina.
Yeah. Crazy ball player. I used to be so mad when he would take Buster Posey's gold gloves, but as I grew older, I realized those were rightfully Yadier's.
Yeah.
Great player.
Appreciate greatness.
Yeah, definitely. Curveball just a bit outside. Oh. Inside pitch there, so now a 3-1 count.
Yeah, and you've already given up 1 walk. It doesn't matter if you give up a run here. You just got to throw strikes if you're Blurton.
Oh, great pitch, and he's going to call that a strike. Pitch looked a bit high. Oh.
Got some arguing going on between the head coach and the home plate umpire. It's kind of awkward, though, because it is strike 2.
You know, the head coach, he looked at him. There's strike 3.
There it is, yep.
But on that second strike, the home plate umpire rung him up like he thought it was strike 3 when it was only strike 2. And the coach from the Lincoln Potters dugout, he was like, that's only strike 2, and it was off the plate.
Yeah.
So definitely letting out a bit of frustration as his team is down big in this one.
Just going to call that a strike.
So as you imagine, chirping at the home plate umpire is probably only going to expand your strike zone.
Yeah. Out of play. So now the catcher, Andrew Sloan, first at bat of the day, is down 0-2. Inside.
Anyways, away from the chirping, that 3-1 breaking ball that Eli Burton threw completely crossed up Tyler Antoine. He was ducking under it because he thought it was gonna hit him, and it curved back in the zone for a strike. Absolutely nasty pitch that he threw.
Home plate ump will ask first base if he went. They say he did not. So now 2-2 count. Wenberg at first.
Bat boy, Aaron.
And there's Aaron the bat boy getting some cheers. A couple high fives back into the Mudcats dugout.
Getting his work in.
Yeah. Curveball, and they'll call that a strike. Looks like Sloan drew a line where the pitch was.
Eli Blurton's breaking pitch.
Yeah.
So nasty. That thing has so much horizontal movement.
That was a great pitch. So Andrew Sloan will strike out. His first at bat, now 2 outs. First pitch high and inside.
Yeah, I didn't see Sloan's reaction, but I did see the coach's reactions, just shaking his head, not liking it. And at this point, there's really no point in arguing balls and strikes. You're down 11 runs. I mean, I understand you want to look out for your players, but
the 1-1 is low. This is Zach Chamizo, who's 0 for 2 today. And that will go to center field for his first base hit of the day. Lindbergh will stay at second. So a 2-out single will make things a little bit more interesting. Runners on second and first.
And that's the first time that I can recall that somebody on the Potters has put a good swing on that breaking pitch for Blurton. And he hung that one up, and Chamizo put a great swing on it and put it right back up the middle for a single.
That was a good piece of hitting.
So leadoff hitter Jax Jimenez try to get first run of the day for the Potters. It's popped up. No one can make a play.
Wow, the wind had a huge factor on that one, because that one looked like for sure it was going to go out of play. And then it came back in and was very playable for Johnson at third, but he overran it as the wind blew it back towards the field of play.
Yeah, the wind has been tough, to say the least.
Pitch is low and outside from Blurton. Now 1-1 count.
I'd say it's definitely played a huge factor on a lot of these fly balls that I feel like would have been made without it. Not just fly balls, but also, you know, deep drives into the outfield. You know, not to discredit Castonguay, because he's had a incredible game, but I don't feel like his home run is getting out without the win.
Yeah. So the 1-2. Jimenez only got on base via walk, and he will swing and miss there, and that will end the inning. Another dominant inning from Eli Blurton, and the Potters still yet to score 1 run.
When I'm not here, I'm here.
And when I'm not here, I'm here.
We have everything that an automotive shop would have or even a dealership would have.
If you guys are interested in automotive at all, go to Solano Community College. Check out the automotive program. It can be a career path for you, just like what I'm doing, or it could be an extreme hobbyist, an enthusiast.
If you really like cars and learning stuff all the time, then this is the best place to go.
New pitcher for the Potters here in the bottom of the 6th, Vincent Chichillo. .59", 175.
Now pitching for the Potters, number 10, Micah Marquez.
Well, that's hilarious because there are multiple number 10s on this roster, and the other number 10 is Micah Marquez, and the PA just said that is the new pitcher. So
is that our mistake or is that not our mistake?
Yeah.
On the roster, they both have number 10.
They do both have number 10.
And so let's see. Are they both righties? Yes. So Micah, it says Micah Marquez is 6 foot. They say Vincent is 5'9". Kind of looks more like he's 5'9", if I'm being honest.
I agree with you.
Well, got a bit of a dilemma here, boys.
Yeah. The PA announcer calls it Marquez. I'll say it's Marquez.
Our mistake.
Big swing and a miss there. This is number 11, Preston Freeman. Takes that ball way down the left field line. Oh. One-two pitches downstairs. And forgive me, I don't know what I'm talking about, but this is not Preston Freeman. This is number 24, Drake Richardson. Not sure where I got that. Pitch is inside. So Drake Richardson will take his walk. Richardson 2 for 3. And now a walk to his name.
That boy putting in some work. What did they say his name was? Aaron?
I believe so, yeah. A couple of them in
Out
there.
there quick.
So number 30, right fielder Mike Benavidez will come up to the plate. 0 for 3 today with a strikeout. and a run. And he'll take the first pitch. An outside ball.
This is a perfect opportunity here for Benavidez to finally break out of this cold streak that he's been in so far this summer. In this no pressure situation here at the plate, your team's up 11-0.
Yeah.
They're just looking to go out there and hopefully hit the ball hard somewhere, make a good swing.
Yeah, great point, Cade.
And this would be a good pitch to do it right here.
Yeah, 2-0 count. And he pops that one out of play. So Micah Marquez makes it a 2-1. Grounded to short. It will stick with it, but nowhere to throw to. A great effort. That was Jax Jimenez.
I'll get a hit out of it.
Yeah.
Together for Cooper. Miller.
So runners on second and first. Benavidez will get his first hit of the day. He's now 1 for 4.
Next up, third baseman, number 6, Everett Johnson.
Multiple bat boys getting in some work. Shout out to Cooper.
I'm sure he's having a blast in that dugout. Everett Johnson up at the plate, 1 for 1 with a walk. A lot of great effort plays out at third today. First pitch swung on out of play. Drake Richardson at second. Benavidez at first. And again, still no outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Big swing and miss there. Now down 0-2. Kevin Parker on deck. Holden Rook in the hole.
And I just heard there's just been a lot said over there on the Lincoln Potters dugout. He said he's relaying the pitches. Runner on second. Richardson. Considering that it's 0-2, I'm not really sure. I don't know. It's just weird. I don't know.
Yeah, so the home plate umpire still barking over at the Potters manager. An 0-2 count to Everett Johnson. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. And that will be Everett Johnson's first strikeout of the game, as well as Micah Marquez's first strikeout.
Number 8, Kevin Parker.
Well, if you're so concerned about the runner on second relaying the pitches to the hitter, maybe your catcher shouldn't be using simple signs. You should be using your more complex signs whenever there's a runner on second base.
And I just don't even know if that's happening when you're up 11 runs.
It's upstairs. 1-0 to Kevin Parker.
I looked at Richardson. He put his fists outwards. Maybe, I don't know, that guy. Yeah, this has just been a strange game, I gotta say.
Marquez's pitch, low and away.
I definitely saw that on second base. He put
Yeah,
his right fist out
yeah.
I
just don't think that's anything. Honestly, I think that's just.
If he's just trying to be really subtle about it, or.
It just wouldn't make sense to be doing that up 11 runs.
He didn't do it that time.
High fly ball out to right field. He will make the play. Runner advances to third. And Lindbergh will make the play, so now just 1 out. top of the lineup now, Holden Rook.
Next up, center fielder, number 21, Holden Rook.
So Drake Richardson was the runner at third. Benavidez stays at first. So 2 outs now. Chance to make it a 12-0 ball game. First pitch is popped up. Catcher does have a play. Sloan hits him in the helmet, and he catches it. What a play there.
So
the third baseman, Zach Chamizo, caught it off of the helmet of Holden Rook. I have never seen anything like that.
That's one of the most unbelievable baseball plays I've ever seen in my entire life.
So what happens there?
You got to call that an out, right?
I think so. I don't know. A lot of talk.
So Holden Rook pops it straight up, like so straight up that it hits off of his helmet in the batter's box, and then the third baseman, Chamizo, catches it off the ricochet.
What on earth? And honestly, Holden Rook's laughing about it.
I mean, there's really nothing you could do but laugh.
Honestly, I'd give it to him.
Yeah.
I would give it to him.
Yeah, I mean, the Potters fielders are coming into the dugout. They're waiting for the call.
They're going to call him out.
I'm curious to hear the explanation. Or if, obviously we won't, but like, what is the explanation for that? Because he caught it.
Well, I feel like it's got to be interference, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like as a hitter, I mean, you got to get out of the way. I'm not sure the rules for interference there in the batter's box or not, but I feel like I don't know if he's safe when he's just standing in the batter's box that entire time. I'm not quite familiar on the rules with that, but
so
the Solano defense is coming out.
They
so
are.
The final call isn't out.
Very interesting way to end that inning. Defenders come out. It's 11-0. Let's get this thing on the road.
I'm Rusty Mays. I'm one of the instructors here at the Solano Community College Aeronautics program here at the Nut Tree Airport. Here at Solano Community College, we really see them thrive and learn. We have a 100% pass rate with our examiner.
I'm Kevin Spolstra, instructor, Solano Community College Aeronautics. At Solano Community College Aeronautics program, we teach the students aviation maintenance. We teach them the general subjects, the airframe subjects, and the power plant subjects. The students will also be prepared to pass their multiple tests from the FAA. At Solano Community College, we also have a partnership with Delta Airlines. Through Delta Tech Ops, students that complete the program, they will be considered for employment as an aviation maintenance technician.
Top of the 7th inning here from Solano College. Zion Trammell, Drew Kirby, and Cade Manor, as my ears almost just got destroyed there. Music.
Blasting that heavy metal there.
Richard Solis is the new pitcher for the Mudcats. Sophomore from Sonoma State University will be taking over in the 7th inning after the 6th inning ended in one of the wildest and weirdest ways you will ever see.
Literal backyard baseball out here. I mean, again, I don't know the exact rules. I'm not familiar with the exact rules and what that would really be called if that were to happen in, say, an MLB game. But I think for what it's worth, they made the right call for giving him the out because that was cool.
They ended up saying that interference was the call on Rook, so I guess that makes sense for interfering with the ball with your helmet. It bounced off his helmet. The third baseman just happened to catch it. So
I feel like that's a situation I'm never going to see again in my lifetime. A guy popping a ball straight up and then so straight up that it's off of his helmet in the batter's box.
Next up, first baseman.
As there's a swing and miss on Peyton Brennan. So there's one gone in the inning, and that'll bring up Hudson Brown, the first baseman. He's had probably the best day for the Potters. He's 2 for 2 with a walk. The first pitch fouled back. Solis had a really good outing last weekend against the Kings. It's really starting to put things together potentially as that ball is roped into right field for extra bases. And so Hudson Brown with the stand-up double. That's his third hit of the ball game.
His good day continues. 3 for 3 with a walk. Have yourself a day.
And when you're down 11 runs, you can just take the positives from yourself individually. Had a good day at the plate. So that'll send up JT Walden, the DH. He's 1 for 3. So runner on second and 1 out. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. Walden popped up to the shortstop back in the 5th inning. Had a single in the 3rd. In an 11-0 ball game.
JT Walden out of USC, 340 average on the season.
Pitch is fired in for a strike, 1-1. Yeah, we mentioned early in the broadcast, guys from all over, really. I mean, this is not a California-centric team. You know, I'd say probably majority, obviously, is from California. But got players from a lot of Power 4 schools, as that is hit on the ground and through for a base hit. Brown will hold up at third. And it's a base hit for JT Walden, and runners will now be on the corners. Got players from UT Austin, the Longhorns, Cole Chamberlain. University of Arizona, Cole Dillon. Got players from Kentucky. Jack Jimenez is from Oregon. Got University of New Mexico represented, UCLA, Tennessee. They just won the national championship. And Cole Chamberlain's going to have a new head coach in Austin with Schloss heading over from Coach Schloss heading from Texas A&M to Texas, and what was probably the most bizarre and maybe disrespectful ways to leave a program.
Yeah, I saw the drama about that. It wasn't just the head coach; it was the entire Texas A&M coaching staff.
Yeah, saying
going over to Texas now, and like the press conference where he was saying, "Oh, I took this job to never leave it," and then leaves it.
Yep, he's not even 24 hours later, saying, "I'm never taking another job. I went to A&M to keep this job." Then goes to Texas the next day. He actually did that with TCU as well. Said he wasn't going to leave TCU and then left for A&M. But anyways, 1-1 to Cole Dillon. It's now 2-1.
Such a wild thing to say, especially since, you know, the reporter that asked him, he took it like disrespectfully and was like kind of going off on him.
Yeah.
So definitely looks like quite the hypocrite.
2 balls and a strike. That pitch upstairs, 3-1.
The Lincoln Potters here look like they might finally be in a position to get on the board in this one, with runners in first and third with only 1 out.
Here's the 3-1, and that's on the outside corner for ball 4, so that'll load the bases with 1 out in the inning. Solis got a strikeout to Peyton Brennan, gave up a double, a single, and a walk to load the bases here for Will Lindbergh.
Mudcats got out of this situation in the first inning. Will they be able to do so again? In the first inning, it was bases loaded with no outs. They got the ground ball right back to the pitcher, the force out at home, and then got the ground ball double play. Here, they would only just need the ground ball double play.
Yep.
And I believe in the second inning, they had runners on third and second with only one out, and they were able to get out of that one as well.
Here's the 1-0 to Lindbergh, and that is in there for a strike. Just don't know with this unplayed umpire. It's kind of a delayed strike call each time. So 1 ball and 1 strike to the right fielder, who is 0 for 1 with 2 walks in the ball game. Potter's trying to get that first run across the board here in the top of the 7th. Here's the pitch, and that's hit on the ground. Chop to Parker, 6-4-3.
Unbelievable.
And that has been the story of this ball game as the Potters strand the bases loaded for the second time in the ball game. It's stretch time here in Fairfield. Head to the bottom of the 7th with the Mudcats leading it 11-0. Bottom of the 7th inning here from Solano College as the Mudcats lead it 11-0. You heard that correctly. It was a 1-2-3 inning in the first, and from there on, it has just been all Mudcats. As they broke through, all 9 hitters came up to the plate in the second inning. Started things off with a solo home run from Drake Richardson. Then single from Everett Johnson, an RBI from Kevin Parker. Pair of RBIs from Crudo in the second made it 4-0. They would add 2 in the third, a solo shot from Tony Castonguay. And then another in the fourth, and then they would add 4 more in the fifth. The 6th inning was just their second scoreless inning of the ball game. They were close to scoring another run there as they had a runner on third. It's just been a monster game at the plate for these Mudcats.
Yeah, and the Lincoln Potters is just the biggest takeaway I think from them is just their absolute inability to hit with runners on base.
So Micah Marquez back out for another inning of work, and Tyler Crudo will lead things off as the first pitch is dropped in for a strike. Crudo is 1 for 3 on the day. That pitch inside for a ball. He had, as I mentioned, the 2 RBI single in the second and a sac fly that brought in a run in the 5th inning. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. And now 1-2.
Got him way on top of that sweeping breaking ball.
And the pitch hit on the ground to the third base side. Chamizo fires over to first in time for out number 1.
Effortless. there from Chimizo. That was textbook.
And that'll send up Braden and Delicato will pitch it here for Connor Ross.
Braden and Delicato.
Delicato Jr. Cut on and missed there, 0-1. Delicato started in left field yesterday, went 0 for 4 in the loss to the Potters. That pitch upstairs for a ball. In fact, the only players in the lineup from yesterday that are in the lineup today were Crudo and Connor Ross. As that pitch is popped up in the infield, calling on is Jimenez, and he makes the catch for out number 2. That'll send up Cody Buckley, pinch hitting for Tony Castonguay.
Now batting catcher, number 25, Cody Buckley.
First pitch in for a strike. Buckley, redshirt freshman out of Iowa Western. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. And Micah Marquez looking for back-to-back scoreless innings. Here's the pitch. Fouled back.
Micah Marquez has been impressive, to say the least.
Here's the 0-2, and that's hit sharply on the ground. A backhand play by Dillon. Throw over to first is in time for out number 3, so a nice play from Cole Dillon. It's a 1-2-3 inning. We head to the 8th. It's 11-0 Mudcats. Richard Salas still out there for the Mudcats as we head to the top of the 8th inning. It's been really good pitching thus far for this Mudcats pitching staff, outside of maybe the walks, I guess you could say. Trevor Morse got the start. He went 3 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 4 walks, no strikeouts, and then Eli Blurton came in and really was solid. 3 innings, 2 hits, 5 strikeouts, and Salas in for his 2nd inning of work. As the Mudcats have a commanding 11-0 lead here, heading to the top of the 8th inning.
Now batting left fielder number 17, Tyler Antwine.
That'll send up Tyler Antwine. It'll be 7-8-9 for the Potters. Antwine, a freshman out of Fresno State. Here's the first pitch from Salas, and that breaking ball misses for ball 1. Here's the pitch. Foul back. 1-1 now, and it's been such an interesting game. It really felt like Potters were going to strike first and try to open up a big lead, but it was the Mudcats that did it, as that's hit right back to the mound with Salas. An underhand throw to first for out number 1.
How about that? It's one of the easiest outs as a pitcher that you can ask for.
Yep.
Just right back to you, easy flipped first.
Now batting number 18, catcher Andrew Sloan.
So this Potters team has played 23 games to this point. To Solano's, I believe, 12? Doubled their games because they started, as the first pitch to Sloan is in for a strike, they started at the end of May their season. A lot of non-league games. Quickly 0-2 now to Sloan.
How about that breaking ball? They back-to-back pitchers for the Solano team that got a nasty moving breaking ball.
The 0-2 misses 1-2 now. The Potters will be playing tomorrow back at home against the AE Express. That's a non-league. The Athletic Edge Express, that's a non-league game. That pitch is popped up in the air. That could be trouble, and it will be. Over the glove of Crudo at second, and it's a single for Sloan.
Yeah, that's a tough play to make. Not sure if there's much you could do there if you're Crudo.
Potters will hit the road this weekend for a 3-game series with the Humboldt Crabs. Should be a good series there. For the Mudcats, they'll be back at home tomorrow at 5 p.m. against the West Coast Kings, a familiar foe. His first pitch to Chamizo's a ball.
I think that's just, you know, the more credit to give to the Solano Mudcats pitching so far in this game, because minus Hudson Brown, you know, I can't recall the last time that anybody else besides him on the Potters has gotten a base hit where they really made good contact and put one in the hole somewhere. There's a lot of weak contact and, you know, bloopers that are just barely getting into the outfield and past the gloves of the Mudcats defenders. Mudcats pitching staff has just done a great job so far today pitching away from contact.
Quickly 3-0 now to Chamizo, who's 1 for 3 in the pitch. Fired in for a strike. Mudcats play. This is game 2 of 5 this week. Very busy.
Good pitch.
The 3-1's in there for a strike. We'll have another home game on Sunday against the Kings. Three balls, 2 strikes, runner on first, 1 out. Here's the pitch, and that misses. Ball 4.
Tried to backdoor that breaking ball and get him looking, but he just missed that outside corner. Probably push it a bit too far outside and didn't break back in enough.
Now batting shortstop number 8, Jax Jimenez.
And that brings back up the top of the order.
Yep. With Jax Jimenez, the shortstop. He's had a tough day at the plate, 0 for 3 with a walk. First pitch is in for a strike. Has a pair of strikeouts, grounded out to second. That pitch is skied into left field. Coming on is McGee, and he makes the catch for out number 2. So the rough day at the plate continues for Jimenez.
And the Potters continue to struggle with hitting with runners on base.
And I don't have that number for you, but it's 0-4. So, it's 0-4 a lot, and that's all I know. As Peyton Brennan will step in from the left side. First pitch to him is dropped in for a strike. Lots of movement on that curveball from Richard Salas.
So we don't have that exact number either, but I'm willing to bet that the Potters at this point have easily left on at least double-digit runners on base.
And that ball is through for a base hit, and coming home is the first run of the ball game, and that was actually kind of close at the plate. A nice throw and right from Benavidez. But Sloan scores. It's an RBI single for Peyton Brennan, and it is now 11-1.
Yeah, that was a lot closer than I thought. Really great arm from Benavidez.
Next up, first baseman, number 35.
Perfect placement.
Yeah, and they finally get their first run of the ball game. And then not only that, but now we've got the guy coming up in the plate that's been the only guy that's been able to consistently put bat on ball in the game so far.
So Chamizo advances to second. That'll send up Hudson Brown, who's 3 for 3 with a walk on the day. And he popped him up. Parker backing up, and he falls back and makes the grab.
That's not how you teach it, but it gets the job done.
For out number 3. So the Potters finally get a run, but they still trail by 10 as we head to the bottom of the 8th.
The idea of this space is to allow students to be creative.
You get to design whatever you want. They help you get an idea, and then you can just go from there.
From 3D printing, laser cutting,
hydraulics, electronics.
It's incredible what people have done.
We had employers come in and tell us, we need these skills.
The teachers are really helpful. Super supportive if you have no experience.
I've had a fantastic time. I've learned a lot.
Bottom of the 8th. Here is we have a new pitcher for the Potters, and
unless there is another number 4 that's also listed as a lefty, should be Gerald Hansen.
Gabe Maya.
Okay, so I was incorrect.
Yeah, they just said it was Gabe Maya. There is another 14 that's... This has been very confusing as far as who the new pitchers are.
So Gabe Maya is listed as wearing number 14, but unless I'm seeing his jersey wrong, it looks like he's wearing number 4 this afternoon.
We've just been wrong, man. I don't know it's weird. It's
that's just unlucky there too. Yeah, he's definitely wearing number 4.
Number 4,
and
yep.
The guy on the roster that's listed wearing number 4 is also a pitcher who's left-handed. So just a little bit of
they're just messing with us, man.
They're just playing with our minds here.
Yeah, they're just messing with us at this point. So
the new pitcher is Gabe Maya from
Yep.
El Dorado Hills.
Yep, went junior at Loyola Marymount.
Now batting Max McGee.
And we are going right away as Max McGee takes a strike. I believe, I could be wrong, but I think he's the only player in the lineup that does not have a hit yet. So it's 1-1. He popped up to the second baseman, left fielder, and right fielder, and he hits a ground ball to the third baseman, Chamizo, who throws on the run and makes the play for out number 1.
Yes, and unfortunately you are correct. Minus Indelicato and Buckley, who were pinch hit for, but I know Ross and Castonguay definitely did get a hit. So yeah, McGee is the only starter who is held hitless in the game.
That'll send up Drake Richardson, who got the scoring going with a solo home run in the second inning on a curveball. As that pitch was way outside, called a strike. Honestly, I don't care. It's 11-1. If it was closer, I'd be a little more concerned.
They just want to wrap up this game. It looks like he's going to call that one a strike, too.
0-2. Richardson had a single in the third, a walk in the sixth, so he's had a nice day at the plate playing first base today.
Blue wants to go home.
0-2. Can you blame the guy?
Not really.
But hey,
I'm having fun out here, though.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a great game for the Mudcats. It's 11-1, and only at 2.5 hours. So I'll take it. I've seen a lot longer games with this kind of score. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there is quickly 2 away.
Yeah, so this has definitely been a very interesting game, but even if it wasn't, if this was the most boring game ever, I'd say if you came out here and you watched that Holden Rook pop-up that hit off his helmet,
yeah,
and the play was made by third base, that play alone, witnessing that would have been
that's worth the price of admission.
Absolutely.
Here's Mike Benavidez, swing and a miss.
Because I'm willing to bet that not anybody here will ever witness anything like that ever again.
Yeah, I cannot. I've watched hundreds and hundreds of baseball games. That's never happened before. 0-1 is low for a ball. Benavidez picked up his first hit of the ball game back in the 6th inning. It was an infield hit. Looking to get back on track. He's 3 for 21 on the season. Fouled. 1-2 now.
Yeah, so he was able to get that hit in his last at-bat, but not really a kind of break out of a slump hit where you finally hit a ball in a hole somewhere. He hit like a soft ground ball to the left of the shortstop.
As that is in on the hands and a dive and a nice catch from the second baseman, Dylan. He's made some nice plays in this ball game. We head to the 9th. Mudcats leading 11-1.
Excited to be here for Welcome Week. Solano Community College welcomes all of our students back. We want students to feel welcome, to be part of a vibrant community, and understand that we go out of our way to make sure that you feel that there's a place here for you and a range of services to support you through your academic study.
Hi, my name is Vanessa, treasurer of the ASSC here at Solano Community College, and today we're just here handing out Scantron pencils, coffee, free hot chocolate, and all this stuff just to get our students to feel comfortable on the campus.
I'm staffing the Ask Me table this week, where we are answering students' questions and promoting the Solano College Promise, which makes your first year free if you attend full-time.
Hi, my name is McKaylee Mates. I'm the president of the drama club here on Solano's campus. We're here informing kids about what we're about. And we're here at Welcome Back Week, kind of introducing the new students into what we do here on campus. We're here with a lot of different clubs. If you can make it down, come see us.
College just got affordable. Up to 100% of enrollment fees can be reimbursed for first-time college students taking full-time classes. At Solano Community College, we are taking full advantage of this to further your future. With certificate and degree programs in industrial technology, aeronautics, biotechnology, and many others, Solano Community College is a staple for success. For more information, please contact the Financial Aid Office at 707-864-7000.
We are moving on to the 9th inning in an 11-1 ball game. The Mudcats lead it. JT Walden will lead things off, and the first pitch from Richard Salas is in for a strike. Salas out for his 3rd inning of work. He's allowed a run, but been pretty good so far.
It's like quite the wall to climb for the Potters here.
Yeah, I think I'd say it's a little unlikely that they come back and win this game, just a little bit, you know.
We've seen crazier things even earlier in this game, as I just mentioned in the last inning.
Yeah, we've seen crazier things. 1-1 is fouled. Walden, the DH, had a base hit in the 7th. He actually has 2 hits on the ball game, so 2 for 4 on the day. Mudcats looking to pick up their 8th win of the season. Try to bounce back after the 5-4 loss yesterday. There's a swing and a miss. And the first out of the 9th comes on a swinging K.
I'm really a big fan of Solis's game. Do like some of his location. Got a nice off-speed pitch. He doesn't throw super hard, but he gets the ball right where he needs it to be.
So J.R. Freethy will pinch hit here, and I could be mistaken, but I believe he was the one that actually made that play.
Play at second. I think you're right.
Yeah.
My live stats page didn't have a name in at second base, so he
Yeah.
might have come in the last inning.
Well, he's behind 0-2 now to Solis. Here's the pitch. That's outside for a ball. Again, the Mudcats will be back in action tomorrow at 5 o'clock first pitch against the West Coast Kings. We will have that for you here live. As that is lined into right field, and that's going to split the gap. Freethy's going to think about second, and he will wisely head back into first. So it's a 1-out single.
Next up, right field.
And I mean, that's just a great job from Benavidez out in right field to cut that one off. And we saw earlier when the Potters scored their first run of the game, he made a competitive throw to home plate to almost get him out. So they know that he's got a cannon out there. So he's able to cut it off and make a solid throw in to keep Freethy from extending that into extra bases.
That'll send up Will Lindbergh, who looks at a strike.
Ever since this game was blown out of proportion, this strike zone has expanded by about 50%.
Yeah, Lindbergh go for 2. Pair of walks grounded into a double play in the 7th. Here's the 0-1. Check swing. And I bet he says he goes around.
They sure did.
Yep.
Looked like a 50-50 call from back here.
0-2. And the pitch. Outside for a ball. Here's the pitch. 2-2. Freethy, the runner at first. Here's the pitch. And that misses outside. 3-2 now to the right fielder, looking to get his 3rd walk of the game. It's kind of been the one thing the Mudcats have done, especially early on, to shoot a lot of walks. Solis still out there with the smile. Here's the pitch. Ball 4.
Yes, and the Mudcats so far today have been perfect in every other performance aspect besides that is just giving up the walks. They've somehow not been bit in the butt by it so far.
And that first pitch is popped up to the right side. Richardson's under it, and he makes the catch to retire Antwine, and there's 2 away.
That's one of the most frustrating at-bats for a hitter, is going up there, swinging first pitch, and just popping out in foul territory. It's an unfortunate way to end your evening.
The Mudcats have issued 11 walks in this ballgame. That's pretty incredible. As that pitch is hit in the air to left field, McGee comes on, and he makes the catch for out number 3, and that will be the ball game. The Mudcats win it 11-1, a dominating W for the Mudcats. They go to 8-5 on the season. The Potters drop to 21-4. And Cade, what were your thoughts on this ball game as the Mudcats just dominated from start to finish.
Yeah, absolutely. They dominated, I mean, a really quality team. As we mentioned, there's a lot of guys here that are going to some eye-popping schools. And to come out here and dominate has just got to be great, for their confidence going forward. And, I think the biggest key to this game was just their pitching and their defense. Their pitching, gave up a lot of walks. That's definitely something that they're going to take away from this game. It's something that they need to work on. But despite the amount of walks that they gave up and the amount of guys that they had on base, they were able to pitch out of it. They were able to play defense behind it almost perfectly. They almost completely shut out, the Potters. They probably left on 12, 13 guys on base throughout the entire game, which is definitely going to be a big takeaway for them, is they just got to be better with hitting with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, that was a unfortunate thing for the Potters, is they were unable to capitalize, and Mudcats did, and they pick up an 11-1 win. But don't go anywhere. When we come back, Drew Kirby will have the post-game interview with our player of the game, Tony Castingway. So stick right here. We'll be right back after this timeout. Welcome back here as the Mudcats beat the Potters 11-1. They pick up their 8th win of the season. They'll be back in action tomorrow taking on the West Coast Kings. And it was, again, just a tremendous game. Tony Castingway, monster day at the plate.
Yeah,
Cade.
3 for 4 with 4 RBIs. Had that long bomb the opposite way in the 3rd inning. I mean, in the very few games that I've been here to watch the Mudcats, I feel like Castingway easily has to be the best hitter on this team. He has so much raw power. I feel like every time that he's going up at the plate, my eyes are locked in. I want to go up there and see him hit the ball somewhere hard because it feels like that's all he does is just go up there and hit the ball hard somewhere.
Yeah, not to mention his ability defensively to throw guys out and really help out your pitcher a lot. He's been really good this season. And just to talk a little bit, I mean, how much, this Mudcats team's done a pretty good job, bouncing back off a loss. How much does that kind of mean, bouncing back off an 11-1 loss just quickly?
Well, yeah, especially against, like we mentioned, they just lost against these guys yesterday, and then to bounce back, in such a big way at home, really gives you a lot of momentum and forward going in the games. And then again, something that I mentioned earlier is not only to, dominate a team, but dominate a team that of this caliber that we know is good. I mean, they were coming into the game, they had like a 21-3 record, so that's just so much momentum for them.
Yeah, that's awesome. And we have Drew Kirby standing here with Tony Castaway for our post-game interview.
Post-game interview, Drew Kirby here with Tony Castaway. Castaway, great job today. Take me through that third inning home run. I mean, it was a moonshot out Oppo Taco, right field. Were you aiming for that right field fence?
No, man, it was kind of flying today. So I was just trying to put a good swing on it, and that's how it goes. Baseball kind of works that way. Do the good things right, and then good things happen.
Yeah. And take me through, I want to take you back to the last game. You guys lost to the same team 4-5. How are you guys able to bounce back in such a big way?
Yeah, I think we just showed up next day and just tried to do our best to continue to put good swings on the ball, and good things happen when you put good at-bats together.
Yeah. And lastly, how do you take momentum like this, such a big win, 11-1? How do you take this momentum into the next game?
Man, just keep doing what we're doing and keep throwing the ball on the mound and keep working as a team.
Tony, 3 for 4, home run, double, 4 RBIs. You had a great game. Go win today.
Thank you.
So that's going to be all for today's game as the Mudcats beat the Potters 11-1. Thank you guys all for tuning in, and make sure you catch us on our next game. It'll be tomorrow at 5 p.m. where the Mudcats will face off against the West Coast Kings. Once again, thank you guys all for tuning in, and until next time, take care.
The exponential growth from the program from my first year to my third year now, that's what keeps me coming back and keeps me excited and just like fulfills me as a person.
It's so impressive, and we every time we walk in here, you guys are doing something different. It's great. It's
nothing but opportunities here, and we have sports to cover, we have the equipment.
Because the more ambitious you are, the more opportunities you'll have.
On-the-job training is huge.
Get the hands-on experience.
When someone asks who can do it, you can raise your hand and say, I can do it. So
joining the class was the best decision I ever made.
Stand by, we're going to go to cut one. And cut one. Cross court to Audrey Jones. Audrey for 3! It is good! With 1.3 seconds left on the game clock. Audrey Jones with one of the biggest shots ever.
the sky's the limit really with what we can do here.